Releasing in 2013 alongside the PS4, Killzone Shadowfall always came off to me as a tech demo for what the PS4 could be capable of, so I was never particularly interested in it. That, and I'd never really played any of the other Killzone games, so my interest in it was minimal at best. But now that I've had a chance to play it, what do I think of Killzone Shadowfall? Well, to begin with, it is indeed a very nice game. It doesn't look like it's aged terribly despite being nearly 7 years old, though it didn't feel like it was running at a consistent frame rate, with it occasionally jumping between 30 and 60 FPS. Frame rate aside, the world was very nicely detailed, with each environment feeling distinct and ranging from futuristic cities to orbiting space stations to a desolate, ruined planet. But what about the gunplay? While it was fine, not great, not bad, just fine. I've shot worse, but I've also shot better. That being said, the guns were satisfying to use and there was a decent variety on offer, though most were just rifles. There was the occasional shotgun or sniper rifle to be found. The game also makes use of a drone called the Owl that has 4 modes you can set it to: shield, assault, zipline and stun, each providing some form of tactical advantage. That being said though, I only ever used the assault mode as it was the most useful in combat. It's also one of the few games making use of the touchpad as a touchpad, with swiping up, down, left or right, switching it to one of the 4 modes. It did at points feel like the game wanted you to take a stealthy approach, but they didn't really give you many options for stealth, with other enemies in the area often immediately detecting you after you managed to stealth kill one. Speaking of enemies, I didn't particularly enjoy engaging them. They would often call in reinforcements and immediately swarming you, making gunfights rather frustrating at points. There were different types that would occasionally show up: medics, snipers and heavies, but they really changed the feel of the fight. They would at least often use cover and try to flank you, which is more than can be said for some games AI, so they weren't completely terrible. I did also like the way they were designed, but that doesn't really affect the gameplay though. And the story? Having not played the previous Killzone games, I can't say I was particularly invested in it. To me it just kinda served as connective tissue between missions. There was a small twist at the end I didn't completely see coming, but it was just kind of an oh moment. It was just a fairly forgettable story, and never left me with any lasting impression or any desire to replay it. Perhaps if I'd played previous Killzones, I'd care a little bit more, but I haven't, so I didn't. Overall, I thought it was an alright experience, mediocre story, alright gunplay, nice visuals, but no lasting impressions. I give it a 6 out of 10.